It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's all up next.
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Garden on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Hurts. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading him out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Great, set.
Barkley, inside handoff. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game.
Throwing is Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Toward the pylon, caught. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Hey, 73.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Robinson with another carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. 4th down. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now Daniels. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Here we go. Check. Purple. No.
Throwing now is Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They go play action with Hurts. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Tiger.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. It's complete to Brown, right side. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Daniels looking to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They go play action. Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks, Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
That caught up to him. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
That's good for an Eagles.
Up the middle with Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second down, here's Barkley again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Now 3rd down and 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and 7. Throw here. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Carter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Got a man. It's Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Now Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt.
And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Carl up, get it. Carl up, get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
To throw is Daniels.
This one caught by Crowder.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Hop 70, hop 70. Hop. Ready.
Here's Daniels.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Hurts.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a toss right to Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing on second down. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. A handoff, Barkley running left. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down and 6 now. Again, it's Robinson.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw. Daniels. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made it in their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nolan Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. And that is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing now is Daniels.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
18 Romley, 18 Romley. Ready, go, go.
Now Daniels.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Get it. Smash, smash.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Daniels looking to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Let's go now.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
60 by 60. Here we go. Here we go.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
To throw is Daniels. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
This is caught.
And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. To the air goes Daniels. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Tiger form.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Great.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Washington down 13-10. A little under 1:50 remaining.
Okay, ready?
How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Back all 80. Hey, check that.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Come on. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a...
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. Ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half,